A lot of people spend a lot of time fussing over their yards. But if you're looking for options that require less mowing, less watering, and definitely fewer chemicals, the answer may be reinventing your yard and getting back to nature. Landscape architect Anthony Splendorio is an expert at turning lawns into cultivated meadows and much more. So Anthony, tell me what some of the advantages are to condensing your lawn space.
Well, it's really a lifestyle question. By doing that, people will really get more time to enjoy their outside as opposed to weeding and taking care of things. And environmentally, if that's something you're concerned with, you have less watering, less fertilizer.
So when I'm looking through this property in particular, I see that it must be seasonal. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, we try and design the gardens so that they're interesting all seasons. We're fall right now, and you can see there's still a lot of blooming plants, but you're starting to get some of the dried plants as well. And the tendency might be for a homeowner to cut those down because they look like they're dead or dying, and you really don't because they're great for habitat and birds and wildlife, so you want to leave all that. Lawn in this particular property is really used to carry you through the landscape. So the lawn is the pathway, so taking you through different types of environments. And then where you need a little bit of relief, where you want people to gather, we have a little bit lawn.
How important is it to choose plants that are native to your area?
So that's critically important, right? So if you're using native plants, generally they require less care and will be more suitable to that particular area. So understanding the palette of plants that are in your local, that thrive in your local environment will make a lot less work for you in the long run.
When you're laying out your design plan, how do you know where you should put a shrub bed versus flowers versus meadow?
Yeah, the way we like to approach that, particularly on larger properties, is near the house, keeping more shrubs and things that look good all year round. And as the landscapes get further away, they become wilder. So we're incorporating more grasses and wildflowers. So there's a nice transition.
Expanded gardens, shrubs, and ground covers work in any size space in lieu of the perfect lawn. Charles Baum calls his creative designs managed chaos.
To make a transition from a lawn to a landscape, I usually start by creating islands. Islands start to define paths. Paths define direction. Direction then defines the composition. This yard is so little maintenance, it's shocking. We eliminated the grass and put wood chips down as a floor. Wood chips are free. You can get them from your local tree people. They grind them up and they're just looking for a place to give them to somebody. I love containers. What it does is it elevates something special out of the bed. But more importantly, it eliminates the competition from tree roots. You can leave some of them outdoors in the wintertime with some evergreens or some perennials that have a nice form, and you can have a garden experience all year round.
A full lawn once covered this area, and now look at it. Landscape architect Rich Cording has been experimenting with his own yard for years.
Everything here was designed with a view from inside the house, from where I sit in the morning, from where I sit in the afternoon, with views that inspire me.
Not only did you design with the sunlight in mind, but also with the noise level in mind. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
This area I love because of the sound of the ponds and the waterfalls. But if you go back a little bit further, I call it my secret garden, where it's really quiet. You can't hear the ponds, you can't hear the noise, I can't hear my kids' TV sets.
Is there less maintenance?
You can see how thick a lot of the plantings are, so the sunlight can't get down into the root zone where weeds grow. So I do virtually no weeding here. And a lot of the weeds that have come in have been really just wildflowers that I've kind of let grow and take over.
Let's talk a little bit about using a hardscape in place of a lawn. What are the considerations for the sort of design elements that really don't change very much over the years?
Most hardscapes, the way we're taught to think of as landscape architects, is it's a destination point. It's an outdoor room. It's a place you go to. Every different area has a specific reason and use.
Give me an example of how you design with all seasons in mind.
Well, most of my clients, myself included, want low maintenance year-round interest. So a lot of what we design for the year-round interest is different textures, different colors, different leaf colors. You can see here there's the Hakone grass, which has got this beautiful golden green color, really from spring through Thanksgiving. So I always try to recycle things. I have ferns that a customer was throwing out that now I have a whole backyard filled with ferns in my shady area. They were ostrich ferns, which do kind of, multiply very quickly.
So the trick is, give them to your landscape architect, because he likes everything.
That's correct.
By choosing options other than a traditional lawn, you're inviting back an ever-changing natural landscape, and you might just have more time to enjoy it.